On the 21st of September 2005, American Airlines JetBlue Flight 292 was ready to take off at Burbank Airport in California, with 140 passengers on board. All the crew members were helping the passengers to sit down and get settled inside the flight. All the luggage had been placed inside the plane. The captain of the plane, Scott Burke, was also sitting in his seat. Now, all that was left was the green signal from the control room. At 3:15 p.m., the control room gave the JetBlue Flight 292 the green signal for takeoff. As soon as the captain saw the signal, he moved the flight forward to take off on the runway. Everything was going well. The plane had left that California airport and was already floating in the air. But that's where the trouble begins. 15 minutes later, the passengers realized that the flight was still flying very close to the ground. That is, people at a high altitude were not understanding this. Just then, the captain made an announcement in the plane. All the pilgrims were being made to think that the plane was facing a technical problem. As soon as the captain made the announcement, the throats of the pilgrims started to dry up. Fear gripped the entire plane. Everyone's hands started to rise in prayers. The captain of the plane also did not understand why this was happening. In fact, the captain was constantly getting signals from the front wheel gear that the front wheel had not locked and that there was a technical fault in it. That is why the captain was reluctant to take the plane up, because if the plane went up and the front wheel did not lock, the plane would have crashed during landing from above. The captain still couldn't understand what had happened to the front wheel because he couldn't see it from inside the plane. The plane was still flying over California, that too at a very low altitude. To understand the situation, he brought the plane to a local airport and asked for help from their control room to see what had happened to the wheel. The control room, with its full assistance, looked at the plane's front wheel with its camera and saw it spinning. He was shocked. He couldn't understand how this could happen. In fact, the wheel had rotated 90 degrees from its position and was stuck, which was why it wasn't closing. When the captain realized this, he was also shocked. If this happened, the plane would be more likely to crash during landing because when the plane landed and the front wheel touched the ground, the wheel would not be able to rotate because it had turned 90 degrees. In this situation, the wheel would have caught fire due to friction and the fire would have spread. Due to the spread of the fire, the wings of the plane, which were filled with a lot of fuel, would have caught fire and the plane would have exploded. Along with the airport, a new channel there also started capturing the plane on its camera, and they also started showing the wheel swinging and saying that this plane might crash. The problem with such news was that the people inside the plane also saw and heard everything on their television screens clearly, which is why all the 140 passengers of the plane started panicking. After hearing the news of the crash on the news channels, people felt that now saving their lives was a matter of great importance. Now, the tragedy was that a person sitting in the plane started recording a last video message for his family with his companion, in which he described the plane's sudden movements during the flight. Well, now that the threat of death was looming, almost everyone's brain stopped working. There was no other recourse but to pray to the goddess. But the captain, who was in command of the plane at that time, did not lose heart. He had decided that he would try his best to make the plane land safely until the last moment. But friends, courage alone does not do everything because the plane could crash at any time. At that moment, a plan sprang up in the captain's mind. Although the possibility of this plan being effective was very small, there was no other possibility. Then it happened that when one has to die, why not die by playing the last game? The captain thought that if the fuel accumulated in the winches of this flight could be eliminated or reduced in some way, the risk of fire could be reduced and the plane might be saved from catching fire and crashing during landing. On that possibility, the captain risked his life and flew the plane close to the sea for 3 hours to reduce the fuel. When he realized that the plane only had enough fuel to fly for half an hour, he started preparing to land the plane. He thought of landing the plane at the Los Angeles airport. For this, he contacted the airport control room and asked them to be ready in every way. The airport staff started making all kinds of preparations for the emergency, from the ambulance to the fire brigade team. They were present at the scene. The captain started bringing the plane down with great care. As soon as he received the clear signal from the control room, the landing was not going to be smooth. So he asked the passengers to get into the emergency landing position and also turned off their television sets. By doing this, the passengers would probably have been more rebellious. The captain first touched the rear wheel of the plane to the ground and then drove the plane on those wheels until the speed of the plane gradually decreased. Now, back or forth. The captain had already touched down on the next plane, and what was feared happened. The plane caught fire due to high friction and it spread to the wings, but the captain's cunning worked. Due to the low fuel in the wings, it did not catch fire, and as a result, the 140 pilgrims sitting in the plane landed safely from the sky of death.
If you like the video, then like and subscribe the channel.